What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. This is Avengers X-Men Eternals with our Eternals one-shot. This story is going to continue us on with our journey inside the Celestial. They are trying to get to the very heart of it, to the node to self-destruct it. And this has been one heck of a journey so far, with many of our individuals still being tested while inside the progenitor. Not everybody has been tested. This will be the judgment of Ajak. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so we are picking up deep inside the progenitor. We see Jean Grey going just full freaking Phoenix pretty much. With the flame, the blinding light. She is destroying every single celestial antibody that steps in her way, with Tony Stark even pointing out the fact that he believed the Phoenix wasn't her anymore. What people never understand is that she is still Jean Grey. Jean Grey never needed the Phoenix. She was all the fire that she would ever need, but she will calm down. Right now, she is just clearing the way. They find themselves getting closer, and while they sit here and they battle some of these celestial antibodies, Tony Stark does ask the question, talking to Cersei, asking, why are you here? Like, I kinda get why everybody else is here. We have the Eternals, who are also the priests for this Celestial. Sinister being the crazed, weirdoed expert. Wolverine for sneaking, stabbing, and Jean Grey, she has the ability to pilot all the Eternals. But the question he is asking is, why is Cersei here? But she continues to deflect, saying that she is here to represent the Eternals. That these priests, they don't represent all Eternals. They're also not entirely trusted individuals. And then Tony Stark, he asked the question, why should we trust you? You failed your test. Why did you fail? The reason that she failed is because she decided not to tell humanity about their resurrection process. That every time an Eternal dies, one human is also killed. She made Icarus, more or less convinced Icarus, that they shouldn't tell anybody, that they should continue to keep it a secret. This is why she was failed. But again, she deflects. She doesn't tell Tony Stark the truth. And so while everybody is sitting here battling against all these antibodies, this is when the progenitor decides to do its judgment of Ajak. And Ajak, the first thing that she faces is an early form of individual that was on Earth. This is the first person that ever died for our Eternal, fighting against the prehistoric Avengers. 1,000,000 years ago, they killed her. And when she was resurrected, this was the individual who had his life taken so that she could live, letting her know that she is not allowed to pass until she has killed him. Snapping his neck, she moves on to the next one, and then the next one. The progenitor is making her face every single person that has ever died for her to be resurrected. Over the course of 1,000,000 years, that is a lot of people. 1,000,000 years of death on her hands. Every single death a step towards the progenitor. He needs her to remember every single one of those steps. And so she faces them, one by one, rewalking the path. He does have one more question once she has completed this task. Why didn't you tell the humans? The progenitor had failed Cersei for this very reason, asking, why shouldn't I fail you? You also did not let them know. And she questions, what good would it do? How would that help humanity at all? That would only make them hate us. It would change nothing because they are incapable of changing who they are. This is why they need the progenitor. But then he also brings up the fact that before you created me, you summoned the ghost of the progenitor and you gave him a thrashing. Who could trust a priest that would fight a god? And Ajak tells the progenitor that is the only priest that you should trust, that she has served her gods faithfully and they have failed her. It is not the other way around. But she believes in a true God. Only when the progenitor frees them can they even dream of performing any kind of penance. And that she would murder 1,000,000 false gods for one true God. But if you look around the world and you look at all the death, all the destruction, the cities just wasting away after all of these attacks, asking her, can I truly be worth it? Is the progenitor worth it? She believes that it is not too late for the progenitor to be a better god. She has faith, letting her know that there is faith, but then there is too much faith. As he goes to give her a thumb down, she stops him, saying not yet, saying that this may all be a test for her and for maybe even perhaps the god itself. But she doesn't believe that she will be failed, and she doesn't believe that she will fail the god. But what he does do is turns on her psychic firewalls. There will be a final conflict, and in that time, you will have absolute freedom. Though she worries about the principles, unable to do anything to stop it, the progenitor does reassure her that in that moment, you will have a decision to make and you will have the freedom to choose. As she wakes up from her dream, she lets the others know that she knows the way, going down a shaft. Tony Stark asking, are you sure? And of course she is not, but she has faith that she knows what she is doing. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was a relatively quick one shot, but we are seeing, Ajak really questioning her gods. If we even rewind the clock a year ago, she wouldn't question them in such a manner. But her, Tony Stark, all the others, they truly do believe that the progenitor can be a god worthy of the name God, can be worthy of the priesthood, of the worshippers, so on and so forth. It will be interesting to see the final conflict, to see how all of that unfolds. Now that her firewalls are up, this means Jean Grey can no longer take control of her. Unknowing why she keeps this a secret, not telling the others of her judgment, it could play a very significant role in how all of this comes to an end. But yeah, so we have a bunch of other tie-ins that we are going to be getting to, so be sure you check back in on the channel. Tomorrow, probably the day after, I think there's at least 4 or 5 that we have to cover. Legion of X, hands down, one of the best tie-ins so far. These stories, they really move the plot forward, that's why we covered them today. I feel like they came next in the reading order. But tomorrow, guaranteed, we're gonna have Legion of X up, and you guys do not want to miss it. It is so freaking good. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.